The tech-heavy Nasdaq has clawed back nearly all of the ground that it lost in Monday's DeepSeek-fueled sell-off. A Chinese startup's cheap AI model rattled big tech stocks and raised plenty of questions about AI investing. Here to discuss, we've got Sylvia Jablonski, who is the Defiance ETF's CEO and CIO. Sylvia, great to have you back here with us on Yahoo Finance. We've got results from Apple, Meta, and Microsoft that came out this week. So which of the names that have their own investments within artificial intelligence is best positioned in the AI space from what you've been able to comb through?
Good morning, and thanks so much for having me here. Yeah, the DeepSeek news was pretty interesting for the markets, right? We had this massive amount of momentum for AI, and it kind of halted us. But I think what's good about this is now investors are really digging in and seeing where they should get exposure to really get access to that opportunity in a good way. So of the three, the earnings season per se hasn't really swayed me in one way or another in terms of who will benefit most from AI. I think they'll all benefit in some way from AI. I think, Microsoft, in my mind, is just like the furthest along because of the ChatGPT relationship, the billions of dollars of R&D and spend that, are involved in that, how that's going to turn and foster growth with AI models and all of their AI applications within their house, whether it's things like Copilot or office tools or data center clouds, things like that. So I just think that they're well positioned. They're already here. They had the ChatGPT moment. You can kind of say that they're almost like the godfathers of AI after Nvidia, that is. And then, with Meta, I think that they have a lot of great information that we're hearing about, and they're going to be able to utilize AI in a good way. But, until it really, really monetizes, I think for now, it's just great technology that's going to come to fruition, and in particular will help them generate more and more ad dollars as it's refined. And with Apple, Apple for me is still more like user X, and yes, that business intelligence is there. We heard a lot about the growth of services and how countries that had phones with the business intelligence, the software intelligence in them had better results than some of the products that weren't updated. So that's a good sign. But yeah. I still think that they're coming along.
So beyond the Mag 7, what are the stocks that you like against today's AI backdrop?
Yeah, so against today's AI backdrop, I love buying on dips. When I see Nvidia fall like this, and for a company that just has this market and its commercial position, its dependability and history with this, I'm definitely buying that stock on the dip. It's something I would look.
Earlier last week, Nvidia's stock fell precipitously. The tech industry was rocked by the announcement that a low-cost artificial intelligence AI model from DeepSeek, a Chinese AI startup, could rival the most cutting-edge products from firms like OpenAI. Why spend billions on Nvidia's data center chips when you can build it for millions? This is the main issue that caused Nvidia to collapse. However, some Wall Street experts think the chip titan will gain from DeepSeek's achievement. With a price objective of $175, Citigroup analyst Atif Malik kept his buy recommendation on the company, indicating a 40% increase over Nvidia's current share price of roughly $125. Regarding the long-term effects of DeepSeek on Nvidia's data center business, there are differing views. Nvidia's recent momentum may be slowed if DeepSeek can create a cutting-edge AI model at a reasonable price and encourage large tech firms to use comparable AI training methods to accomplish more with less. In the third quarter of fiscal 2025, the company's data center division generated $30.8 billion in revenue, more than double its previous year's earnings. On Monday, though, a representative for Nvidia told CNBC that DeepSeek's achievement represents an excellent AI advancement. Additionally, it's possible that DeepSeek's model's effectiveness will merely raise demand for AI and Nvidia technology, thus accelerating innovation in the industry, rather than forcing tech businesses to reduce their data center spending. So, what implications does this have for Nvidia's stock? Let's explore that. But first, a big thank you to those of you who've stuck with us this far. Creating these videos takes significant effort and dedication, so if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts on Nvidia stock in the comments. Your support truly helps us grow. Now, let's get back to the video.
Beth Kindig joins us now, lead tech analyst at IO Fund. Beth, a pleasure to have you on the show. It's our first taste of what you coin as sovereign AI. How does that affect things?
Hi, David. Good to see you both again. when I look at what the situation going on with Apple, we have it down 11% in China. Tim Cook is pointing toward the regions where Apple Intelligence is available performed quite well. Regions where Apple Intelligence, that's the AI features, are not available are the areas and regions struggling, such as China. What that brings up is that this could be one of the early moments of sovereign AI. That means that countries deem their data, their AI, so important that everything, AI systems, AI applications, providers, all need to come from within the country. This idea that there will be a global, global tech companies that are in every region globally is going to be questioned as AI becomes more prominent due to that element of sovereign AI, which is that more and more countries are going to want to have sovereignty over their own data, sovereignty over their own AI, and we saw that tonight with Apple.
Beth, Rebecca here. I just want to pick up on your point about sovereign AI. We've obviously seen, plenty of restrictions coming in on the hardware side on these chips. In some ways, the emergence of DeepSeek has proved that workarounds, however they might have happened, are possible and in fact prompted by these kind of restrictions. To what extent are you expecting to see new restrictions, some of these sort of geopolitical considerations that you're speaking about, coming in when it comes to IP? I'm talking about, for example, the many comments that DeepSeek model has been built off these so-called AI distillations, has used learnings from, for example, OpenAI's ChatGPT to develop, rather than an innovative product, but what we might call a quote-unquote sort of best practice product.
The question between open source and closed source, even if we were to look at it simply from that element, to some extent, big tech is trying to keep their models proprietary, black box, closed source. This includes OpenAI. That does prevent the democratization of AI. And ultimately, the more development you have in AI, the bigger that AI gets, everyone can now use AI. It's on everyone's devices. There's a little bit of a bottleneck where these big tech companies need developers to really develop this economy, this AI app economy. But how can they do that if it's not open source? I think it's a great thing that DeepSeek chose the open source path. And in terms of restrictions, I think DeepSeek is sending, nodding in the direction that in order for there to be a vibrant development community, AI developers having that kind of access and making these breakthroughs, that it should be open source.
Wall Street was rocked by DeepSeek on Monday, which caused Nvidia's stock to plummet more than 17% and sparked concerns about whether large tech companies like Microsoft and Meta were overspending on their own AI infrastructure expansions. When we cut to Wednesday night's earnings calls for Microsoft and Meta, everything was going great. The CEOs of both businesses acknowledged that DeepSeek's AI models were more efficient, but they also stated that their own businesses will eventually gain from the Chinese-made AI. According to Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, AI will become much more commonplace as a result of this kind of optimization. Therefore, in my opinion, all of this is wonderful news for a PC platform supplier like us, a hyperscaler. Meanwhile, DeepSeek's danger was downplayed by Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, who claimed that DeepSeek's statement was only a part of the industry's ongoing change. According to Zuckerberg, there are a lot of new things they did that I think we're still processing, and there are a lot of things they have that we will hope to implement in our systems. Earlier this week, DeepSeek raised concerns when Wall Street learned that the business had spent only $5 million using subpar chips to train its open-source DeepSeek v3 AI model, which matches or outperforms U.S. models. Tens of millions of dollars have been spent by U.S. corporations to train their own AI models, which has caused investors to wonder if Chinese competitors are outperforming U.S. IT companies and if they really need to spend so much money on AI system training. And the argument goes, why are they spending so much money building massive, expensive data centers if they can train those systems on less expensive chips? Analysts have questioned DeepSeek's claims, pointing out that the company claims the $5 million number does not include the expenditures of previous research and ablation tests on architectures, algorithms, or data. The fact that DeepSeek built its model using a method known as distillation, which educates an AI model using queries and responses from a larger model, has drawn criticism from others. To stay informed about the latest developments from Nvidia and the ever-changing stock market, consider subscribing to our investing tutorial channel. We provide daily updates on significant market shifts and key catalysts, so hit that subscribe button to ensure you never miss crucial information. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Nvidia stock, so please share your opinions in the comments below. Now let's dive into today's video.
The other notion that emerged this week, Beth, I want to get your thoughts on that too, is with what we know so far around, what DeepSeek made public, does that lead in general to lower AI spend in terms of CapEx, or is that too big of a conceptual leap to make at this point?
I think it's a very large conceptual leap to make. I think it's actually the exact opposite read-through. We want AI to leave the data center. We want AI to go to the enterprise, and we want AI to go to the edge. Edge meaning computers, mobile devices, things of that nature, even the network edge. Right now, if you can visualize that AI is basically stuck in data centers. To think that by driving down costs is going to prevent big tech from continuing to spend, I think is the wrong read-through. I think it will cause big tech to spend more in order to make sure all of that development is happening in their stack. And then development will cause enterprise AI spend to go up, and then edge spend to go up as well. So I think that's the opposite read-through that I would have.
Based on DeepSeek's findings, Zuckerberg stated during Meta's investor call that it's too soon to determine whether there is a need to reduce investments in AI technology. As the market shifts to AI models that deliver more accurate answers to questions based on how much processing power they can draw from, the CEO stated that Meta would be better off spending more in its data centers. That makes the north of $65 billion that Meta intends to spend this year on AI infrastructure worthwhile, especially when you consider the billions of people that the firm aims to serve through its AI services. Zuckerberg stated, "I just think it's way too early to call that, but it's possible that we'll learn otherwise at some point. And at this point, I'm willing to wager that having the capacity to develop that kind of infrastructure will be really beneficial for both service quality and our ability to provide the scale we desire." For his part, Nadella stated that Microsoft's investments enable the company to scale long-term operations, and that the company's fleet of data centers is fungible. According to Nadella, the consumers stand to gain the most from any product cycle like that. The business earlier declared that it would invest $80 billion in its AI rollout in fiscal 2025. The first two big tech companies to release their earnings this quarter are Microsoft and Meta. Google and Amazon will release their financials on February 4th and February 6th, respectively, while Apple and Intel are scheduled to follow on Thursday. And every business will undoubtedly have something to say about the most recent developments in AI. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.
So is it correct to sort of think about this as a natural bifurcation of the market? So we have, on the one hand, perhaps closed source, predominantly closed source, cutting edge technologies, high spend, and on the other hand, a cheaper, lower compute model. It's just an inevitable sort of diversification, bifurcation of the AI market?
I believe inevitable is a wonderful word. It's inevitable. And again, I'm going to go back to the thousands, hundreds of thousands, if you will, probably at this point, AI developers that need access to cheaper AI, cheaper models, faster models, in order to really develop this space. On one hand, Wall Street is complaining that there's not ROI on this big tech spend. They're complaining that there's not the next big consumer app. And then on the other hand, when DeepSeek brings to market something cheap that other developers, startups could use, they're now complaining that it's too cheap and that it will crash big tech's CapEx spend. I think all of that is a lot of noise. I think ultimately, whether it's the United States, China, whether you're a startup, an enterprise, or big tech, the way forward is AI, and more AI is a good thing.
According to Wall Street's price targets, which mega-cap AI agent stock was the winner? Nvidia was far superior to the others. Nvidia's average 12-month price target indicates a potential upside of over 39%. Admittedly, the massive stock sell-off due to concerns about disruption from DeepSeek's R1 AI model is one of the reasons for the large discrepancy between the GPU maker's current share price and analysts' price estimates. The extent to which DeepSeek poses a danger to Nvidia is still unknown. The stock's decline is seen by some experts as excessive. I concur with this, although I wouldn't be shocked if Nvidia's stock price remained dormant for a short time. Nonetheless, Nvidia might emerge as a major force in the market for AI agents. The company's AI Blueprints platform, which lets developers create and implement unique AI agents, was introduced a few weeks ago. Increased demand for Nvidia's chips may potentially result from the emergence of AI bots.